Hello, everybody. How you doing on this evening? What is it, Monday evening? How y'all doing today? I hope you're doing very well. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We will be discussing Donald Trump because Donnie Boy is highly upset about the No Kings parades. They were all over the world, not just America, although all the states in America celebrated the No Kings protests. They got out there and they protest. And I almost got a tearjerker because I seen some of my black people out there. Even though our beautiful Caucasian people told us that we didn't have to get out there and support because they wanted to protect black people because they know that Donald Trump and ICE are targeting black and brown people. But it was so many black people out there too. And I was just shocked to see so many black people at the No Kings protests. It was beautiful. There is no other way to say it. It was something beautiful because Americans are taking our country back. Hello, King Alan. How you doing, my love? Hello, hello. Good to see you, baby. Good to see you. But yeah, it was beautiful. As you guys come in, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Come out the bushes and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything, you beautiful kings and queens. It costs you zero in July dollars, $0. So hit that like button. If you like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Yes, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Also, you can go in my description and you will see I have Venmo. So if you have Venmo and you want to make me jolly and happy, send me something through Venmo. My PayPal link is in my description as well. So send me something through PayPal. But most importantly, you can send me super chats and super stickers through YouTube. Yes. Also, I have two different kinds of memberships. I have the Rubies membership, that's $4.99, and I have the Diamonds membership for $9.99. With the Diamonds membership, you get what the Rubies members get and more. So check it out. Again, as you guys are coming in, please, please, please hit that like button for me. Yes, hit the like button. We got a lot to cover. Yeah, I've been eating. I went to Papa Do's. Feel like I got food in my mouth. I hope I don't. I should have brushed my teeth before I came on here, but I'm already running behind today. I had a lot going on. I had a beautiful day. Yes, your queen, Lillie, had a beautiful day. Hit that like button as you guys are coming in. Stop playing in my face. Stop playing in my pretty face. No, I'm beautiful. Beautiful is better than pretty, honey. Gorgeous, if that. But I'm beautiful. Stop playing in my face. Stop it. Hit that like button, please. Who are we talking about? Donald J. Trump. Oh, he mad, big mad. What, bigly mad, hugely mad, whatever it is that he says. But anyway, Trump freaks out over the No Kings, calls it small. Donnie, your inauguration, the first term, didn't even have what President Barack Obama had. Second term, you had to move it inside because nobody was coming to your inauguration when you, whatever, he ended up in the Oval Office again. But anyway, he called it small. Donnie, 7+ million is bigly, boy. Donnie boy, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Boy, you just effed up and found out.
Response to the protest. Who are you with? What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics.
He's telling a lie.
It was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective. And the people
7 million
when you look at
plus.
those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Those people got out there with their signs. Some of them, different states. In Portland, they wore costumes. Even in Alabama, our girl Christina Talks T. Follow her on Instagram and YouTube, etc., all social media. Christina Talks T. In Alabama, she was dressed up. Yes. Donnie boy, we are more patriotic than you are. Anybody that sent our funds, our taxpayer dollars, to help Argentina when we are in need, kick rocks, Donnie. Send our tax dollars to Israel. They get free health insurance because of the American tax dollars. In every child that they have, they get money every year. We don't get that, Donnie. Stop running your D-suckers lying, calling it small. You're small in the pants and your hands. So, the boy, boy, George Santos, he was sentenced 7 years for lying, cheating, and stealing over $500,000, but he got commuted. Donnie boy did it. Donald Trump loved criminals. While Willie Simpson serves life without parole for stealing $9. What am I talking about, people? This. You know why? Willie is a black man. Donald Trump don't like black people. Willie got life in prison for stealing $9. That's F up. It's the American way to hate black and brown people. Why George Santos got 7 years for lying, cheating, and stealing $500,000, Donald Trump commuted. He's free. He can go cross-dress again. I guess him and JD Fancy Pants gonna play footsie because they both like to drag dress. They like to wear dresses and wigs, and Donnie wears makeup too, so they all gonna play footsie together. But the point I was making, in 1982, at the age of 25, Willie Simmons was sentenced to life in prison with no hope of parole for stealing $9. America is racist. He has been in prison for 43 years. Meanwhile, George Santos has his 7-year sentence for lying, cheating, stealing over $500 million commuted by Donald Trump. Donnie loved white people that are criminals. Donnie only free pedos and predators and people that steal millions of dollars. Donald Trump loved criminals like him. So take a listen to this. This is he's a part of helping the Trump administration. He tries to run from the reporter for asking him questions. Planeteer from Israel, his people.
Mr. Teal, do you have any comments about Palantir's surveillance of the American people, sir? Or any of your connections to Jeffrey Epstein? People are rather concerned about that last particular one. You're setting up a Big Brother surveillance system, and people know it, sir. You think the American people want this surveillance tech being used against them? Any comments at all on the Epstein connections? You're meeting with them? People are waking up to what you're doing there, sir. That's why we're here covering this. Mr. Teal, do you have any comments about Palantir's surveillance?
Donald Trump, because he wants to become a king and make our lives a living hell, he planned on having it where they can spy in on us anytime they want to. And if they can do that, they control your food, your lights, your car, everything. That's why we have to get Donald Trump out of there. Trump attorneys keep losing because of his own tweets. Hold on.
Trump's own words are coming back to haunt him in federal court. Specifically, this week alone, a federal judge held that his attempts to lay off federal workers during the shutdown is illegal. Now, his lawyers are in court trying to convince a judge that they have legal reasons and it's not politically motivated. But then Darth Dipshit gets on his Truth Social and says this: I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame. I thought you didn't know about Project 2025. To determine which of the many Democrat agencies, I don't know what a Democrat agency is, most of which are a political scam. No, they're not. They're appropriated by Congress. I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. The president is admitting that he hates Democrats and that the whole reason he's hurting federal workers is to punish Democrats. That is not a lawful reason to conduct these layoffs. Trump's lawyers are saying one thing in court and he is saying another, and judges have to decide whether the president is lying or the Department of Justice is lying. And a lot of times, sadly, it's both. This is a developing situation. If you want to stay in the loop on these sort of things, you can follow for more.
He loves to tweet. He just put out a video because he was so highly upset about the No Kings protest. He put out a video where poop was coming down on people all over the states. That's not presidential. His own tweets are hurting him, but they can't control Donald Trump. He's a maniac. That he is. I may go out and come back in a moment, Alan, but I'm going to keep going for now because I'm going to talk about so much of the other news and I'm going to get back to the protests, okay? So take a listen to this young lady, and she says racism is rooted in jealousy.
Tools the white supremacists use to control the general population is jealousy. Not just fear of minorities, but fear of minorities being more successful than you as a white person. Because implicitly, deep down, they know that they have a significant advantage over every single immigrant, over black and brown people in the US. Because of factors like racism, all you have to do is look to the government and see how white and how conservative it is. But they cannot accept the fact that somebody who came to America 5 years ago, didn't know any English, and was able to work themselves into society, get a good paying job, and take care of their family is more successful than that. They can't accept the fact that there are people who have come to America and done better in a system that was built for them. That is why I believe that a large portion of racism and bigotry in general is rooted in jealousy. It's not just about white people wanting to hoard the resources, it's about white people wanting to hoard them so other people don't get them. They would rather see people of color fail than another white person succeed, because it's never been about success, it's been about preventing others from doing well. That sort of spite is what keeps them going. One of the biggest tools the white supremacists use to control the general population is jealousy. Not just fear of minorities, but fear of minorities being more successful than you as a white person. Because implicitly, deep
that
down,
explains Donald Trump trying to get rid of Lisa Cook. And the judge said no. She hasn't done anything to be let go. It explains a lot of the people that Donnie and Pete Hegseth are trying to get rid of that are black. They have gotten rid of a lot of black people in the high places. They decide to get rid of them. Jealousy. The white, mediocre white man that didn't actually have the education that the black person has. Jealousy. You heard it from your own race, MAGA. Jealousy. Because we haven't done anything to you. Jealousy. And this is about the White House, Donald Trump building his $250 Mar-a-Lago style ballroom. Take a listen. Everything I show is fair use, great for educational purpose, great for research purposes, and great entertainment. And I always throw a little comedy in there, you know it. And this comes from Midas. Subscribe to their YouTube channel.
We've got some breaking news, Justin. The Trump administration has begun demolishing some parts of the White House, specifically the East Wing of the White House, to make way for Donald Trump's planned $250 million, 90,000 square foot ballroom. This is just breaking from the Washington Post. They say demolition crews have begun tearing down part of the White House to build President Donald Trump's long-desired ballroom, despite his pledge that construction of the $250 million addition would not interfere with the existing building. Construction teams Monday were demolishing a portion of the East Wing with a backhoe ripping through the structure, according to a photo shared with the Washington Post, and two people who witnessed the activity and spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe it. A cluster of people, including members of the Secret Service, stood on the steps of the Treasury Department to watch the construction unfold. Said one of the people, sounds of constructions were also audible on the White House campus. And then they
Hi,
go ahead
guys,
and they show Donald Trump's
property.
quotes from earlier where he said it won't interfere with the current building. It will be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. So is this how you respect the White House, Donald? Is this how you respect the people's house? As Midas Touch Editor-in-Chief Ron Filipkowski says, this is a desecration and an abomination. First, he posts an AI video of himself wearing a crown and dumping shit on the heads of Americans. Then he starts tearing down part of the White House for his Mar-a-Lago-style ballroom.
Thank you,
This is all
Jew.
quite the metaphor for what
BB
Donald Trump is
51
doing to our
11.
country. We're going to
Thank you
keep
so
following this
much.
and more. Make sure you're following our account, spread the word, and listen to the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So we've got some breaking news just in the Trump administration.
Donald Trump has no intentions, y'all, of leaving that Oval Office. He thinks he's a king, and he think he ain't gonna get kicked out that White House. Well, if we don't kick you out, God gonna take you out, take your life out, because you old as Methuselah and you're sickly. You look like death. Not death becomes her, but death. Hello, DJ King David. Hello. How you doing, baby? I'm gonna go out and come back in because something is going on with my life, and I have to do this quite often sometimes. So be sure to come back. When I come back in, please come back. Please come back. But I'm gonna shut this live down and come back in. And how about that? Is that okay with you guys? I will return. I love you.